Welcome to Landlord Self-Help Center's module about the Certificate of Service. The information offered in this presentation is intended as general information. It is not legal advice. If you need more information, please contact a legal service provider. The Certificate of Service is a one-page form that is usually submitted to the Landlord and Tenant Board when filing an application to inform them about how and when a notice or other document was served to the tenant. It should not be confused with the certificate of service serving a former tenant or a tenant no longer in possession of the rental unit. This is used for the L10 application. To prevent any delays at the Landlord and Tenant Board, it is best to file the certificate of service along with the application. When filing an application with the Landlord and Tenant Board, a certificate of service also needs to be provided in addition to a copy of the notice served. Provided are a list of notices that require a certificate of service. The most common ones are the N4 notice for non-payment and the N5 notice for interference and damages. This is what the certificate of service looks like. When completing this form, it is important to include the exact rental unit address that was recorded on the document provided to the tenant. The name of the person who served the document should be recorded on the line next to the date the document was given. Put an X in the appropriate box, which is most often the notice of termination form. Write the form number on the line provided. Indicate that the notice was provided to the tenant and write their name on the line. In this example, aside from the address of the rental unit, the certificate of service indicates that Josie Singh served the N4 notice to the tenant, Terry Smith, on March 2nd, 2024. The next part of this form deals with the way in which the document was served. Best practice is to serve the document or notice in one of the more common ways, such as handing it to the tenant, sliding it underneath the door of the rental unit, or putting it in the mailbox or where mail is normally delivered. Be careful about the different methods of service options, because if the notice is not served according to the Landlord and Tenant Board rules, you may be faced with delays or having to start the process all over again. The last section of the certificate of service should have the name, telephone number, and signature of the person who served the notice or document to the tenant. In this example, the landlord was also the person who served the document. If someone served the notice on behalf of the landlord, they would be required to sign the certificate of service. Please note, if you are a landlord, tenant, or legal representative, such as a lawyer or paralegal, please check the designated box. If you do not fit into one of these categories, please check Other. Use resources found on the Landlord and Tenant Board and Landlord Self-Help Center's website to help guide you through the proper process. The Landlord and Tenant Board website has links to instructions for many of their notices and applications, so make sure to read through them and use them to fill out the forms. Thank you for reviewing this module about the Certificate of Service. The information offered in this presentation is intended as general information. It is not legal advice. If you have a specific issue or situation, please contact a legal service provider.